Hey guys, IB Dumbass here again. This time I'm going to cold start the Sportsman. Now, I had it out for a little ride last night, and I was thinking that the rack was a little bit loose on it, because it made a noise like the rack was slapping off of the metal bar that goes on here, but it's not. And I was supposed to go on a ride today, out through the backcountry, and well, I couldn't really do that because I got no registration or insurance yet. And I figured that now I probably won't be driving her that much for a while because my bushings on my left, right there, on my left upper arm are gone. And it makes a thumping noise now, so I don't know why they're gone. I always kept them greased well, and after every ride I would always grease them and keep them all good, and I don't know why, but my plastics aren't matching up that well anymore either after I had them off the last time, so I'm probably going to have to recenter them and everything. Not that big of a deal, but just a pain in the ass. So anyways, let's get to the cold start. Now, because of the age of it, it is not fuel injected. Do I care? Not really. I like the carburetor much better. It's a lot cheaper, and if something goes wrong with it, it's a lot easier to fix. So let's just see here. I never used the choke on. So let's see how well she fires up this morning. Just like nothing. You know, but she probably won't be getting driven a lot now that those bushings are gone, so I need to invest in a winch. I can't see it, it's kind of dark, but my winch that I did have on it died. This was a while ago that it died, and I submerged it too many times in a water hole, so it wasn't really that much of a big of a deal because they're only $50. But I know a lot of people say that this is not even broken, and I would agree with them. Because it only has 2,873.2 miles on it. And it has 570 hours on it. Just rolled over to 570 exactly. So, I don't know. Oh, I guess I'll take you guys down and show you some of these cars, because I've never actually taken you guys down and showed you these. There's quite a few old cars back here. Well, there's a couple of old cars back here, and then there's some junkers that are waiting to be crushed. And that's my scrap metal pile. All kinds of old crap in there. Like these right here. These are a mechanic's worst nightmare. Don't know if you can tell what that is by just looking at it, but that is a 2.2 4-cylinder Ecotec engine out of a Sunfire Cavalier or a Cobalt G5 now, but they are garbage. I've got two more of them sitting up in the garage that I've yet to actually bring down here, but there's another oil pan off one over there, and that's another block there, and I think there's 3 blocks. I think there's 3 whole engines down here somewhere in this pile, and that is a 307 Oldsmobile motor. That was in my dad's hot rod coupe when he got it, that he has yet to finish and probably never will finish. And that right there is an upside down, seized up piece of junk 351 out of an old Ford truck. And that is junk too. I'm not sure what that transmission's out of, but it's all scrap metal. That's the front frame section of a 86, 87 F-150. That was a piece of junk, and I junked that. But this is my truck. This is my... It was going to be a project truck, but there's not enough of her to actually make anything out of. And the frame's cracked down in there. And the cab's completely shot. The fenders are gone, and the only thing that's pretty much good on is the doors. the wheels, the bumper, the grill could be fixed, the hood, and the glass in it. I'll just show you guys this. It is a V8, which is surprising for a 1968 International. It's a 345 International motor hooked up to a 3-on-the-tree tranny. Never driven a 3-on-the-tree, don't really care to, not my deal. But yeah, I'll probably end up taking the doors and the hood off it and crushing the rest of it. Except the box. The box doesn't even go to the truck. We just set that there because that's the only place we could find to set it. And this right here, not many people have seen one of these, and they're a rare car. But it is a 1972 Ford Gran Torino. This car's got some history to it. And this car was my best friend's stepfather's first car that he had when he turned 16. And he had a 351 Windsor in it. And apparently he had some adventures in it. And it got rear-ended before and didn't even touch the car pretty much. Rode off whatever hit it. I think it was a Sundance or a Shadow that hit it. And this car was jumped and broke the front strut, control towers off and everything on the frame. But now she's sitting down here waiting for me to finish her. This is the parts car for the Firebird. There's not much left on it. No motor left in it. This is a Trans Am one here. Had a high output 350 in it. But that'll probably get crushed after we take everything that's good off it. And an old Dakota there. I like that style Dakota. That was my favorite style for them. That one's a rusted out 4-wheel drive V6 one. I believe it's a 96, 94, something like that. And the frame is pretty much toast. I mean, she's pretty much done. You can see it's all twisted and kerfuffled. That's an old GM cargo van or something like that. An old Caravan. That used to be a Mazda truck that's sticking up there. An old V6 cabbie wagon. A pretty much stripped down Mazda B 2600 or 3000, I think it was. That's an old Civic there, a Pontiac Le Mans from the 90s. Chevy Lumina. That frame rail sticking up is off a Dodge D50. That's an old Intrepid there. One of the old style Intrepid with a 3.3 in it. I was gonna buggy that car, but it rusted out too bad and just kerfuffled. Not sure what that hood's off of. That cab there, that's off of that F-150 that I junked. And that there's the motor that I'm going to take out and possibly throw in something, some sort of project. I'm not sure. It's a 305. The transmission in that van is absolutely shot. That right there is a Ford Focus wagon. And back in there, a long ways back, is a Ford Contour that's absolutely royally destroyed. And an old Ford Windstar, Dodge Stratus. That's the Ford truck that 351 came out of. The old dump truck that needs to be fixed. Now this car right here would actually make someone a decent car if they actually put the work into it. It's a 99 Oldsmobile Intrigue. It needs brake work and a little bit of welding on the subframe. But it's only got 110,000 kilometers on it. Here, I'll show you guys this. This is how clean it is under the hood. Absolutely clean. The motor is spotless. But that'll probably end up getting crushed too. Because nobody wants to put any time and money into old cars anymore. It's cheaper to buy new ones. That's an old Buick LeSabre. I hit a guardrail and bent the frame and everything in it. And that's an old Mercury or Ford. Yeah, that's an old Ford Tempo. That's a van that donated the motor that's in the garage that's going in the coupe. An old Geo Metro that's royally screwed. Ford Taurus hit the ditch pretty hard and bent the frame. My old Tracker parts vehicle. So I sold the Tracker and that one went with it. And buddy keeps it here to take parts off of. An 80s S10 cab and box and engine and fenders and everything, and the frame for that's over there sitting on that white car behind that van. This is our plow vehicle. I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this or not. It didn't start this spring after it's sitting for a while, so somebody left the key on and killed the battery, and it's got the 4.3 in it, and nothing special. An old hoist that we used to have in the garage, Chevy Venture, Pontiac Transport, Astro van, another Chevy Venture, Buick Century, Alero sedan. Then behind that is a Buick Regal, I believe. And that, it's got something special in it. I doubt that I can probably get into it, 'cause, well, let's see here, I'll show you guys this. I wanted to see if I could get this to fit in a Alero coupe, because it would make one hell of an Alero coupe motor. Alright, oh, there we go. Yeah. 3.8 Series 2 supercharged. Got a couple parts missing off it, that's nothing. That would work good in one of these. In a coupe with a 5-speed tranny. That would be an amazing car. Fast as all hell. There's another Focus going to the junk. Gonna steal the wheels and tires off it, and then it's gonna be crushed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Another old Ford truck that's probably gonna be crushed too, and the old Firebird that I did the Coldstart on. And now that's our wood splitter. You can see what kind of wood we burn here for that outdoor water boiler over there. But yeah, this is a freaking huge wood splitter. My dad and a friend of his custom made it. All it's got on is a old lawnmower chassis welded onto the side of it with a 11 horsepower Briggs & Stratton engine powering the pump, and the pump came off of a forklift as well as this hydraulic ram on it. And then it was just a huge I-beam that they all custom made together. Those are actually wheels and hubs off of a old 80s Mustang. But yeah, this thing had so much power before we put the Briggs motor on it that it actually pushed the knife off the end of it a couple times. So then we put the Briggs motor on it, because we used to run it with the tractor, which I haven't done a video on yet either. So I'll probably get to that sometime. I know the motor's not great anymore, so we were running off the tractor in the fall, so whatever. But I probably bored you guys enough. Holy crap, 13 minutes. Well, I guess I'll let you guys go. This is IB Dumbass. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you got any questions or anything like that, just leave them in the comment section and I'll answer them all. Anyways, guys, see you in the next one.